Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play WazHack, the 1.2 beta version 3. I know I haven't uploaded any episodes in probably a little over a week at this point, but that's basically I've just been incredibly fatigued the last week or two, just had no energy to do anything, even sit here in my kitchen yapping at an invisible audience. You'll also notice that our character's gone. What's happened there is that the 1.2 beta has actually reached version 3, which means the old character wasn't really compatible. We could have loaded it and continued, but it was all meh. Well described, Alan. No wonder you're widely hailed as being an articulate sort of person. Anyway, we're going to start a new character. I wasn't hugely attached to our Valkyrie character anyway. So, let's jump in, and for some reason we're getting a blue strip at the bottom there. Hopefully that'll disappear as we press on. There we go. Alright. So, which character class do we want to go with this time? Incidentally, because I've been so exhausted, I also haven't done the new series that I've been harping on about. And yes, I'm going to stop implying and just state outright what several of you have already guessed. I'm going to do the sequel to my completely ridiculous and surprisingly well-received buffoonery fest, Let's Play Bureau Agent Kendall, in which I basically just did a load of ridiculous voices. The sequel is Bureau Shattered Slipper, and I've been meaning to get to it for a while, but I will. It's right down the pipeline. I just need to spend a couple of afternoons or something doing it. So anyway, who shall we go with this time? We were going very melee before, as I recall. I was thinking, we haven't gone with just a hitter for a while, that's why I started on the Valkyrie. Let's go with the Knight and his ridiculous mullet. Tweak his stats a little bit. He doesn't need that much charisma. He can't possibly have that much charisma with hair like that. Go away! Alright, apparently we've done about as much with his stats as we can. I'm not hugely impressed with his dexterity, but I seem to remember that the Knight isn't very dexterous, which seems very peculiar for someone who wields a sword for a living. Alright, let's pump up the volume a little. I can't believe I just accidentally said pump up the volume like I'm a legitimate early 90s advert. Oh, God. It was an accident! It was an accident. And there we have a sleeping goblin, so we'll just beat him down. Get away from me. Alright, magenta potion. Quick, grab it from the bottom of the stairs, apparently. And we'll just press on downwards. Probably a dead-end room here. As I suspected. Yeah, that's right. I'm wise to your tricks, WazHack. Any meat on this rat? No meat. Alright. I feel like hunger is going to be a problem. It's just instinct. Sometimes you get this kind of feeling about WazHack. I feel this is going to be a hungry run. And here are a bunch of goblins with shiny heads. Pick up some goblin innards, some jewellery. I'm not bothered about the skull caps. Skull caps are usually shit. No, not the skull caps. We did get some innards. Scoff those down straight away. I do like some nice warm intestine for my breakfast. What I don't understand about the adventure type people in things like WazHack is why didn't they bring food with them? I mean, you know, if I'm going on a day out somewhere, I kind of have a plan for getting food, or I take some with me or something. You'd think if you're going to soldier all the way down to the bottom of an infamously dangerous and lengthy dungeon, you'd at least pack a sandwich. God. Alright. Now, you may remember from previously, I mentioned that I want to try and identify teleport scrolls as quickly as I can. Because a lot of my runs, otherwise promising runs, have ended with me basically being trapped in a position where I couldn't get out, and I either didn't have a teleport or didn't know whether I did or not. So I'm going to try and make my strategy here as teleport-centric as possible. Yeah, level up already. Okay. Do we want first aid? Well, we haven't got a shield, so shield parry would be pointless. Weapon precision could work. I'm going to go with first aid for speed of healing. But remember, we're dealing with the new levelling up system here, where you have to pick out an assortment of talents rather than just powering through one, which is kind of a pain. How did we level again so quickly? I never understand that about WazHack. Anyway, slap that down. Yeah, that's right. Kill bats by slapping them. I was going to go for a pun on bitch slapping, maybe something like bat slapping, but it didn't really work. I mean, you heard me tripping over it there. Know your limits, Alan. Get a grip. You can't pun with unlimited impunity. Alright, so we've got a jeweled wand. That actually might be worth identifying if possible. Let's whack out a scroll, see what it is. Magic mapping. No. Leave me alone. Identify, that's what I was after. So, do we have any other... We have one other scroll, but I might as well just read that. Let's identify the wand first. Uncursed Wand of Striking, definitely worth knowing about. And then these items of jewellery. Granite Ring is Cursed Ring of Seeing Visible. There are worse things to be cursed with. What's the other scroll? Create Monster. Maybe should have identified it after all, but it's alright, we got a level out of it. So, let's go with another level of First Aid for some healing ability. And then pick up a white potion. Fine. I'm tempted to use our remaining Identify, so I will give in to temptation and do so. And use it on the Twisted Ring. Cursed Ring of Levitation. I'm glad I identified that, because I do not want to put that on. I will put on the Cursed Ring of Seeing Visible, because, you know, that's actually a useful ability. So, there are worse things to be afflicted with. Goblin innards. Pick them up, stuff them in my mouth. Like so. Notice the odd shape of the goblin innards there. I'm not sure what organ that's meant to be. Maybe a stomach? Spleen? I don't know. Looks like it's shaped a bit like something else. Like Lyanna's head. That remark will make no sense to most of you, but one of you knows what I mean. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a mention. For people who, you know, heard me saying that... Oh, forget it. Let's just see what we've got lying around here. We've got a scroll... No, I don't want to dip anything in just yet. I was asked to throw in a mention in a casual fashion, but... casual mentioning is not my style. I have to signpost it. That's where all the amusement comes from for me. Alright. Kill the rat. Kill the rat! Jesus. Okay. Now the question becomes, which third talent am I going to take? Because I can't get another level of courage until we have a third talent. So... Again, we don't have a shield, so shield parry would be pointless. Gastronomy, 10% more flesh on corpses. Could be handy, because we are a little short on food. Let's go with that. Not the most combat handy ability, but it'll have to suffice. Get some stuff out of the chest. Leave the spellbook. This guy isn't much of a reader. Okay, let's try this scroll. Nothing happens. I do love a good scroll of nothing. Stop riding rats! It's just undignified. I mean, I wonder if goblins consider that some kind of promotion. Like they go, you know, write home to their parents or something and go, Mum! Dad! I've been promoted to the Rat Rider Squadron! Because I don't feel that, you know. Don't be proud, Goblin. Be ashamed. Be disgusted with your wretched lot in life. To be beaten down by a mulleted knight while you're riding the back of a rat. That probably doesn't even like you. Alright. What's that? Chainmail could be better than our starting armour. Chainmail suit. Banded mail suit. That's probably going to be a good one, but we do need to identify it. Which means picking up another identify scroll. Did we have a loot? We do have a loot. Go away. Does he look musical? Look at him. He doesn't look musical. Oh. Alright, follow me up here. Or, you know, just fight my pet. That thing's such a martyr. Don't be a martyr. I'm not impressed. You're not going to win my affection by flinging yourself headlong into battle and getting killed. Death is not endearing. Alright, so... Maybe that should be the title of this episode. I'll try and remember. Okay, so... No. I don't like to hit moulds. I'm never sure what they are. Jackal meat. Excellent. Stuff it right in my stomach. I need to try out some of these potions, really. I have quite a few at this point. And I don't know what any of them are. Do I want to deal with the sewer grate? Why not? Give it a go. Nothing? Alright, fair enough. So we'll just trot on by. Dead end. Really? Making me go all that way just for a wretched little gem. Wow, this guy is strong. I mean, look, he did 12 points of damage to me there. So, as some of you point out, pay attention to the damage your enemies do to you. They may be carrying awesome weapons. I know. The problem is that if I take a gamble on picking up an enemy's weapon, awesome or not, it could very well be cursed. Or like the odd-length sword, it could be something that I don't have the ability to use, and then I'll be unable to hit anything for the rest of the game. Alright. Well, Potion of Acid was a good one. Potion of Blindness was a pretty good one. Let's finish him off, shall we? There we go. You can upgrade your swordsmanship. However, despite everything I just said, try that again. To placate the hordes of people... It's corroded! It's going to be a corroded weapon. But nonetheless, you know, I live to serve, except I don't remotely, but let's try out the axe. Are you happy? Are you happy? Alright, well, we'll see how the axe goes. See, I'm not bloody hitting anything with it! Alright, well, we don't have an apple either. I'm going to go with... where's Q? There's Q. That should be a healing potion, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, this weapon is balls. I'm going to have to switch back to my sword. At least I can hit things with that. Oh, God, it interrupted me getting my sword out. This is ridiculous. The thing I don't understand is why potions of healing don't unpoison you. You'd think they would. I mean, if they can heal gaping wounds in your flesh, I'm sure they can get rid of indigestion. Level up might actually be a lifesaver here. Let's go with a level of courage. We're going to need it here. Come on. Down you go. Oh, freaking hell. Alright, be a teleport. Scroll of fire! Oh, God. Alright. Kill the rats. Kill the rats! Jesus. Alright. Now have a rest. Oh, God. I mean, it's Scroll of Fire. It couldn't have been a much worse scroll to randomly read just there. Just die already. Ugh. Alright. Keep sleeping. Sleep off the poison. Seriously. Oh, go away. We've got better things to do than battle you. I've got some important walking to do. It's annoying that you can't just sort of sleep and take damage. The fact that taking damage from poison causes you to have to click sleep again every time. That's frustrating. But we're still full, which is pretty impressive after a sleep of that length. Usually we become hungry at the drop of a hat. Kill the bat, kill the kobolds. Alright. So, have we got anything to eat here? We've got large kobold innards. Should be fine. Oh, God. I'm over full. No! After just saying we're still full, the first thing I do is scarf down a load more food. I'm such a novice. Oh, well. After just barely sleeping off our poisoned state, we're now going to choke to death on the raw meat that we've been shoveling down our gullet. Alright. Ignore the innards. The enticing innards. And we're probably going to have sleep again until we stop choking. Hopefully that'll work. Unless we're attacked by a rat, of course. I think we're out of healing potions. I mean, we might have a potion of extra healing or something, but I think we're out of bog standard healing potions. So that could be an issue as we get further into the dungeon. You know, when I'm choking, I don't go, "Ugh! Oh, that food that's stuck in my throat!" Maybe it's just me. Your stomach feels normal again. Alright. Thanks for that update. It is fractionally more exciting than the headline in the Bangor Anglesey Mail. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but that had one of my favourite newspaper headlines I've ever seen. Boatyard too close to water. Well done, Bangor Anglesey Mail. Actually, that might have been the North Wales Chronicle. I forget which it was. Both equally outstanding examples of local journalism. Alright. Down we go. I think there's a bit more of that floor to explore. But something I've never entirely figured out in what... Why is there a target? Oh, it's a trap. I was identifying traps. That was part of the see invisible thing. Yeah, one thing I've never figured out in WazHack is whether it's worth diving. Some roguelikes, such as Angband, for instance, tend to benefit from diving as quickly as possible, rather than clearing out every floor painstakingly. And I've never figured out which is the best approach in WazHack. Except that diving might be tricky, because unlike a lot of roguelikes, it seems like you can't just run away from enemies in this. In most roguelikes you can, but in WazHack, when you can hit them, it seems like they will just follow you for as far as you go. Alright, can we get a third level? We can get a third level of first aid, so we'll do that. We actually have a reasonable range of talents at this point. Level 3 first aid, level 2 courage, and level 1 gastronomy. It's not a bad range, really. That was just a bison that jumped down a ladder onto my head. Alright, well, this should be meat, so we'll eat a piece. No? You don't want to eat a piece of that? Well, how about picking it up? Is that allowed? Okay, apparently the meat is so heavy that it slowed us down. It's probably because we're carrying all that armour. Do we have any identifiers? We do. So, let's identify banded male. Cursed banded male. But, at least, it seems statistically beneficial. It's not cursed and, -5 suit of banded male or something. So, we should be able to, put it on. So I'll just get rid of the mittens, the chainmail, the ringmail. I do want to try out the shield, but I want to find out if it's cursed first. So just cast all that stuff aside. And the double-headed axe as well. Hopefully that'll unburden us. Eat the bison meat. Your stomach feels about to explode. We're not choking, but we are somewhat overfull. I should check this guy for meat as well. Yeah. We're carrying an absolute ton of bison meat at the moment. Now, we do seem to have reached that branch where you can go down into the Gnomish mines, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Do I have to kill a gnome up here first? No, not this time. I do have a lamp, so maybe it's worth trying to identify what's on the wall. No, apparently not. Apparently our lamp doesn't shed any light, which suggests it might be a lamp with a genie inside. So, let's see. Oh, stop doing that stupid spacebar glitch thing. Let's see what we can get out of the genie. So, get our lamp and rub it. What? Just oil came out? Well, why was it not giving off any light if it's a normal lamp? That makes no sense. Oh well. Let's go down, kick this armour out of our lift, and descend. Alright. So this should be basically just killing some gnomes. It should, among other things, be a good source of wands. Okay, holy crap on a stick! Let's wand of striking him right in the head. Beat down his machine, which sounds faintly like an unpleasant euphemism. Alright, so our oily hand has released the sword again. But we've got a bonus wand of striking. Re-equip our sword. Where is the sword? There it is. That's one of the benefits to coming down into the Gnomish mines. You get a load of wands out of it, typically. I don't want the gnominids. I have lots of meat already. Ho ho. Let's kick this open. Shit me! Alright, back off. Wand of striking in the face. There we go. Oh, that managed to run past the walker. This could be bad. Do we have some sort of healing potion? Don't know. Alright, let's chuck a fluorescent potion. Potion of gain ability. That is not what I was aiming for. How about you? Doesn't seem to have helped very much. Might have to beat a tactical retreat in a minute. Ah, but we survived. Alright, so we've got a bit more meat. Now we can just beat down this walker. Hopefully pick up even more wands. I mean, basically, the point of coming through the Gnomish mines here is just to gain some experience. Level our character a bit in a relatively easy way. We have no accuracy! Maybe if you swung your sword a little bit more, skillfully, with a bit more finesse. Okay, so we've got some magic missile wands and stuff, which could be very handy. And in fact, we'll need them if we're coming up against more gnomes and walkers, because you can't actually hit them without destroying the walker first. You have to shoot them, which is just an absolute pain in the scrotal region. So pick up all of these potions, which is fine, and move on. This helmet could be good, but we'll want to identify it, and we don't have an identify at the moment. I'm going to try this scroll, though. Oh, charge. Alright, well, let's charge up that wand of striking that we've been using, seeing how many charges we get now it's all restored. 4 charges. That's a little bit disappointing. Never mind. End of the line. So, back to the lift, and down again. I don't know what we're going to do if we actually get to the king's throne room. I do want to take the king out at some point. I don't mean for a pleasant evening meal. I want to assassinate him in one of my runs, but I don't feel like the knight is going to be the one to do it. I feel like you'd need a wizard of some sort, a magic user, to take out the gnome king. Right, so kill the rat, get poisoned, you know, business as usual when you're swinging at an unmanned automaton. It's very tedious that no matter how high your dexterity is, you just can't hit these fuckers. Come on! Die! Piece of crap. See, the problem here is the ceiling's too low to jump over it, I think. I'll give it a go. Ah. I did successfully jump over. I think I still have that lamp equipped. You know, the one that refused to shed any light. I should probably unequip that. There we go. I'm going to have a bit of a rest, get some health back, because we're actually pretty low at this point. And we're not in any imminent hunger danger. I mean, we're still full after all that bison meat. Okay, wand of striking right in the back of the head. There you go. And I'll try taking out these guys with some potions before they get to me. There you go. That guy nicked his friend's walker, so we're going to have to rely on the wand again. In your face. There we go. And kill the orc. And finally, we've got another level up. So let's take... we need to take another level 2 and something. But we need to take another level 1 before we can take another level 2. So... weapon precision, I guess? I suppose the idea here is partly to force you... or to prevent you from just stuffing all your level ups into one talent, and partly to force you to use all of the talents. I reckon sooner or later we'll have level 1 in every single one of them. Hopefully Nightmare Mode isn't included in that. I can't remember whether this guy has Nightmare Mode, but I don't particularly want to get that. Alright, let's go down. Down. Thank you. There's no telling how many of these floors there are. I mean, it could be 3 or 4, it could be 10, I don't know. It seems to vary. Golden Potion, Scroll of Create Monster can stay in there, but I will take the potion. And that wand that I almost missed. I don't want your intestines, just your wand. And we've got more items of jewellery, which potentially are really powerful and useful, but there's no telling until we actually identify the bastard things. And we don't seem to be getting any wands of identify. So, that wand of striking is now empty. Let's go with a... I don't know, any of the others. Another wand of striking. Hopefully not cursed. Alright, another dead end. What a treat. So, just head back to the lift. I mean, I don't feel like this is a particularly profitable run through the dungeon. The mines, rather. We're not really gaining many levels or anything. We're just kind of frolicking around, stealing wands off the floor and flicking our mullet. Ugh. Okay, this is becoming an issue. Let's... magic missile, so we can hit all of these guys at once. Yes! Took them all out, except for that one. Excellent, excellent. I will take some more bison meat. And an apple! At last we get an apple. Finally, after all that poison. What's that? Is that a mace or a potion? It's a mace. Alright, let's have a bit of a rest. Get some health back, and then let's start eating some bison meat. Most of it is smelly. So, let's drop our smelly meat. That sounds absolutely horrific. And eat our non-smelly meat. There we go. Yes. Good stuff. Nothing fills the stomach like a slice of bison. Holy buggering shit! What in the hell was that? It was like there was an explosion or something. Did someone leave the gas on? Oh. Right. So magic missile those assholes. And the other ones that are behind them. And then the guy who's over there. Have we taken everyone out? Pretty much. Pretty much. So, have a bit of a sleep to get some health back before we press on. And press on we will past this just heap of corpses and tangled, smashed up machinery in the next episode. So, as always, thanks for watching. Rejoin me next time and see if our knight manages to continue the moderate, tolerable level of success he's had so far. So, for more WazHack and for more gratuitous mentions of people I know who've requested their names. Actually, it's just the one person, but you know who you are. Hello. Until next time, thanks for watching, and bye for now.